Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to another NoggTV video. This is Dallas, and if you didn't see my video on Saturday, I'm doing a new schedule and I'm also creating 2 new channels. So last time I'll do this, I promise, just plugging my wrestling channel up here, NoggTV Wrestling, or my sports channel, NoggU. If you're not interested, I understand completely. If you want to just stay watching this channel, that's awesome. I appreciate everything you guys do, and I made a new intro for you guys before the video starts, so hope you like it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Nickelodeon, the Spongebob SquarePants movie. Hope everyone is doing well. This is not a whole playthrough video. This is something I've been doing, I'm starting, so I will be doing it every Monday. Hope everyone is doing well, living the best life. This is Spongebob SquarePants, the movie game, starting out with the level No Cheese. Great game, great movie. Great movie game. I've actually already covered the whole playthrough. If you want to check it out, I'm going to put a little link to the playlist if you want to go watch my entire playthrough of it. This is not that. This is kind of just more of an unscripted rant about one thing I'm going to be doing every week, hopefully every Monday, is just playing games. Like, I want more personal stories, more personal like experiences connecting games. Like I do my reviews on Saturdays and different things like that. It's all scripted and whatnot. This is going to be more just playing a game, man. Just not really playing a game like in its entirety, just talking, just seeing if I can get, build a community, get some people on here that, an enjoyer of these said games. And probably what I'm going to be doing is, because when I do a video, one of these rants, I'm probably going to be using it as a feature in like a review or talking about it the next week. So not this Saturday, but the Saturday after. I think that's not this Saturday. Yeah, not this Saturday. Next Saturday, my plan is to do an actual video, like more organized video over the Spongebob movie game, because I'm going to be talking about why I think that this game should get a remake, just like SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom got rehydrated. And so what I'm going to be doing is just using a lot of this gameplay footage, maybe using some talking points in there. It helps the video process go along a little bit quicker, but also it's like a more in-depth. So my plan is going to be, when people watch that video on next Saturday, and it's going to only probably be about, let's say shoot for like 15 minutes. If it's a little shorter, a little longer, no big deal. And if you really want to hear more about it, I'm going to point them to this one, and that's where you get a whole conversation about it, a whole, like, really in-depth, not just what I can cram into, that short time limit. So, you got to, because with YouTube these days, you got to work for retention rate, and you got to work for watch hours, and sometimes it's hard to do both, doing either shorter content or longer content. And I am by no means am I in a place where I can start doing the, gosh, what are they called? Those like videos that are like several hours long. They're like movies. They're like a deep dive through, or the whole iceberg explained, or a retrospective. That's what it is. That would be fun, but like those guys go way in. Like those, like it's going to be a longer, more extreme version of this. This is just kind of more of a chilled, laid back version. We got enough P points, so. P points. We got to upgrade our P. Well, this level's almost over. I think we're about to have a Patrick level. I think he's in the next one. We're gonna do a star spin, man. I always like to upgrade, because generally I'll get my upgrades towards the end of a level, and since most of the time the levels, I think most of them, maybe not all the time, but most of them they alternate. So I upgrade for the next character I'm about to use. Nothing stinks more than upgrading a character that you only use for like 2 minutes, and then boom, you gotta wait a whole nother level. But great game, man. I think, I'll start talking more about it. I think that SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom gets a lot of the hype, rightfully so, because it is probably the best SpongeBob game ever created. but I think this one for years was always a close second. Now I do really like Creature from the Krusty Krab. I know some people are split on that one. That's actually, I'm going to be playing that one. I'm announcing that now. Like, that's going to be my next playthrough. This Saturday, or this Wednesday, is going to be the finale of TMNT 2003. And so next Wednesday is going to be starting SpongeBob Creature from the Krusty Krab. But we'll talk about that one next Wednesday. Now we're talking the movie game. I think it's interesting that cutscene comes up, that they use a lot of the same, like, it's the same story and some of the same cutscenes, but then also there's a lot that just, I don't know if it was made specifically for the game because they didn't want to just rip out of the entire, like, everything out of the movie as a whole, or maybe it was maybe stuff that was like cut from the movie, so it was originally going to be in there. Who knows? I noticed that some of it's not even the same actors, so maybe they didn't want to. Maybe what they didn't want to do is pay all that money. Maybe what they did was just re-record it themselves with their own voices, like, similarly. Who knows? I like hitting this piano because it's the same music from Battle for Bikini Bottom, where you're doing the little carnival thing, where you're smashing the tikis. Good throwback right there, man. I love when they throw back the game, like Easter eggs and stuff like that, callbacks. I don't know if that was something that was supposed to be that way, if that's what people are thinking about, but it's fun. But it plays a lot like Battle for Bikini Bottom. You still play as SpongeBob, still play as Patrick. You don't play as Sandy. It's just the two characters as opposed to the one, but makes sense because Sandy wasn't really doing anything in the movie. She was kind of just doing her own thing. I actually think she got brainwashed too by the Plankton's chum buckets wearing the little helmets. Okay, I thought there was a guy back here, but it plays pretty similarly. You know, same kind of attacks. Now, they do have a couple different ones. You know, a lot of them are the same moves, but they're just called something different or a little extra flair. Like, SpongeBob still has his up attack where he hits, you know, with the little karate fist. But later you can get an upgrade where it blows up and it's destructive. And his little sonic guitar was just the missile bubble. So, you know, and I actually think the missile bubble is cooler. And I think the fist being destructive and exploding is a little bit cooler. So I like what they did with the moves here. And I love Patrick's. We don't have it yet, but it makes it really fun and easier to just travel around. Is his ability where you can I can't do it now, you gotta hold X, but we'll unlock it here in a bit, where you can cartwheel around everywhere. That is so much fun, especially when you get the upgrade and it's got the little shield. Like, you can just cartwheel around and take everyone out. You can also still do his throw power, but that is also way later in the game. A lot of the enemies are also pretty much similar. You see the guys with the little, like, brooms earlier. Like, these guys were the I forgot what they're called, the robot, something Duplicatotron 3000 or 5000. Those are the same. That's basically what they do. They shoot out the enemies. Patrick can use his tongue and, oh yeah, it's Y, not X. And he can hold on to the ice, which seems mega painful, but oh well. There's lots of extras you can get in here. As you saw earlier, I grabbed a couple treasure chests. Those are for, like, extras. Some of them are really cool. Some of them have, like, alternate costumes you can get. That's something that I wish that Battle for Bikini Bottom had done. Like, you know, make it worthwhile to get some extras as opposed to just having, here it is, this one right here. As opposed to just having the spatulas that you collect. Like, that's it. They have the socks, but the socks are used to just get more spatulas. And the shinies are just used to get more spatulas. I wish they had something else. So I like the treasure chest, even though a lot of them too are just, like, art and stuff. There's also some, like, you can change sound effects, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I was saying the guys with the brooms are just recycled from the robots with the little meat hammers, little meat stick. And we got Mindy over here. Mindy's cool. I actually didn't even realize until, like, maybe 4 or 5 years ago that Mindy was voiced by Scarlett Johansson. So I was like, that's kind of funny. I didn't realize that there were, like, some actual bigger name actors in SpongeBob, at least for the movie. So yeah, like I said, I do think that Battle for Bikini Bottom is better, but, like, rightfully so. Actually, we want to do that. Not. We'll wait. We'll wait. The movie game actually did, maybe not overall was better, but there were a couple things that it did do better. Like with them, I like how they did the moves better. The levels are more. The levels are more mission based, I guess. Like there's like, I don't feel like they're quite, the areas aren't quite as big, but I'm pretty sure there's more of them. Like you can see, like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I mean, also a couple of these are boss fights. A couple of these are just races. So there's a few more, like, as opposed to just the 9 areas in Battle for Bikini Bottom, plus, you know, the Bikini Bottom hub world area. So if you want to count that one, you know, 10, and then it had like 3 boss fights, 3 major boss fights, and then the 3 minor boss fights. You know, there's more in this game, but it's at a different pace, and I think that was always one thing I liked, the different, like the whole areas to explore. Like it wasn't as linear. You could go around, and this game's not entirely linear because there are things. I was gonna say originally, you know, in Battle for Bikini Bottom, there's things where you have to come back to, like coming back with the cruise bubble in downtown Bikini Bottom, or coming back with, you know, with the bubble bowl and Jellyfish Fields to get 1 sock. They're actually, you have to use the cruise missile as well for the there's a sock in Jellyfish Fields too with the tikis. You gotta hit them all, and so this area is just pretty much beating up a lot of enemies. It's kind of cool. It's a neat idea to do like little side things, but I'm not a huge fan. It's kind of just repetitive. It's a good way to get lots of manly points though, or sorry, PP points. P points. Gotta upgrade your P. I just say that because of the star. But yeah, it's a little repetitive. There's, you know, it's not too bad. It's not too hard. Some of the ones later on are a little bit of a challenge, or they were when I was a kid. But not as much like anymore. It's just kind of like, maybe I might die once. I'm just being goofy and being silly. As long as you keep as long as you don't go crazy on the burgers, kind of wait until you really need them. I said burgers, Krabby Patties. I do like how it tells you how many enemies you have left. Later, I think there's ones where you get like wave 4 or 5. This really is my least favorite little side mission out of them all. They have a couple that are actually really cool. Like I like the bubble balls, the Spongebob missions. Those were actually really fun. Like I think those are cool. That's another thing that I really love that they did. Patrick's little missions that he does, I believe, where I don't remember what they're called, little platforming ones. Those are better than these missions. Not as cool as SpongeBob, but like it's something different. It's respectable. It breaks up the pace a little bit, so I can appreciate that. So I mean I think it's done some stuff right. You know, it's not by any means a perfect game, but it is what it is. I gotta try not to die, because if I die here after I just said, "Oh, these aren't too bad," would probably be a bad look for me. Just to be special, I'm gonna. There you go, full health, complete. I totally did not get hit at all that mission. Then these just randomly blow up. It's interesting. I wish it connected into the story somehow. Like, you just kind of go through a portal and boom, you're here defeating random waves of enemies, and then you come back and it doesn't ever get mentioned again. Some of the slide missions are also, some of them are pretty fun. Some of them are not. They have sliding missions, and then they also have the Patty Mobile or Patty Wagon missions. I think this is where we can get our new move now. Yes, the cartwheel move. Let's go, brother. I like his look. I like how he looks different. Like he's got the ice cream all over his face, and it looks kind of goofy, silly. It adds to it. It's a little extra layer. Like they could have just gave him a, you know, normal default model. Same with SpongeBob. I think he has a couple different ones. Like his little headset he has in the first area. That's kind of funny. But yes, look at this. Man, this is epic. I love just barreling through here. We could have done this technically. Like, you don't need the cartwheel to break that wall. But it's just fun to barrel through there. And I also just wanted the cartwheel as soon as possible. But yeah, a lot of these, you know, none of these levels are really that hard. I will say, for what it's worth, there is a slightly bigger difficulty spike in this game than there is in Battle for Bikini Bottom. I feel like in Battle for Bikini Bottom, it's kind of, I don't really think any of it's hard. Like, Jellyfish Fields, easy. Downtown Bikini Bottom, easy. Goo Lagoon, the hardest part about that one is just probably, I'm not a big fan of the lagoon caves or whatever it is. The caves are kind of mid. Oh, there we go. We got a big 50, and we can't, ding it, we can't do the splash yet. I was gonna splash all those boxes. I don't think we can. No, we can't. But we can. This is what I was talking about. How you can just cartwheel around, super easy. Boom, wreck house. Nobody stands a chance. And I think you can even hit the buttons like, oh gosh, they caught me. They caught me in my cartwheel. Hey, we can upgrade our P now. Here we go. I know you said I usually upgrade for the next one, but there are some moves like cartwheel, SpongeBob's fist. Like I said earlier, there are certain ones you just gotta upgrade at max whenever you get the chance, because it's cool. It makes it worth it. Let me get all these, because you don't want to destroy the blocks before, otherwise you can't get back up there. Boom! Look at that. You just knock them out. Now it's not anything that just anything you hit. It's anything you hit, but also get next to. Like this is epic, man. You can hit that one, boom. Like the ops don't stand a chance, man. Am I cringe because I said ops? Yes, probably, but I said it anyways. Hashtag deal with it. Yeah, dude, I really like this game. I would love to see it get remade. I don't know if it will. I'm glad that they made Cosmic Shake. It was fun to see a new game. Like, I don't want to only see remakes. Like, it's fun to just get new and fresh experiences. Ooh, shiny stuff. I like this. It makes it really hard to cartwheel because you don't cartwheel very fast unless you have a lot of momentum. Ooh. Dude, what kind of ice cream is that? Like, I see it like, okay, there's like some chocolate, some strawberry. What is that supposed to be? Vanilla? Kelp cream? Kelpo's cream. Is that the brand? That's just the brand. That's on all of them. I was going to say, what... Guys, what do we think? Comments tell me. What kind of ice cream do you think this is? It's like just pure white. It just looks like ice. Like, it looks like no different than what's on the wall. It's like, man, you could have done like little cookies and cream, chocolate chip, you know, mint. Shoot, why didn't you do mint? Mint would have been so easy. It's just green. That's wild, man. Lack of effort. This game sucks. I didn't put mint chocolate chip in. If you hit all those in a row, you get that chest. So yeah, definitely make sure you can do the cartwheel. I don't think you can. I think you have to cartwheel all those. I don't know if you can just settle for destroying them, but I would just cartwheel them all. It's pretty easy. It's not hard. It's not like your cartwheel goes super fast or it's hard to control. Like, it's pretty easy. You have a smooth little radius. I never knew Patrick was quite the gymnast, man. He's like a little Simone Biles out here. Which, shout out to her for doing good in the Olympics. I think they were, you know, they won gold, as they always do, because, you know, they're a bunch of champs. Let's see. But shout out to all the other countries that performed. I know in case I have some international viewers. That'd be fun. I don't really follow the Olympics super heavily like I probably should be, like a lot of people I know do. But you know, it'd be fun if anyone's watching this from another country. Give me your country. That'd be fun. See it, kind of let me know how they're doing in the Olympics if you watch. Like, that's what I wonder if other countries follow it as hard as we do. Like, I feel like in the U.S., like, we're very split. Like, we do have people that get passionate about it, and then we have people like me that are kind of like, you know, like, it's cool. I'll go back and destroy these guys just for the manly points. One enemy in the music cues. I notice how every time the music cues, the game is like, ooh. Fun story here. It's funny. SpongeBob's actually up there. I like how he's not even, like, he's not technically playable in the level, but they still designed his character to be kind of funny. He's all drunk. Sorry, are they drunk? I mean, it's ice cream. I thought that was weird as a kid. There you go. You can play as him in this level, but literally just for this part. So what the game wants you to do, you jump up here, and this is I guess another one of those instances of backtracking. Probably the the most extreme version, because this is the second level, and the Sonic Wave Guitar is like the last ability that SpongeBob gets way down here. So you're talking like into the game, like you don't get the Sonic Wave ability until you're down here. Welcome to Planktopolis. So yeah, like third to last level, second to last really, if you're counting. Well, no, actually, I guess if you're not counting the boss fight and you're not counting the driving level right before, then yeah, it would actually be the last possible level. And we're gonna get it, even though Patrick did all that work, the whole level, we're gonna get it as SpongeBob. Patrick doesn't get to taste the success of the Goofy Goober token. Poor guy. But yeah, gotta show off a little bit of everything, man. Gotta show off some sandwich driving. Gotta remember how they have the different levels. Like you can do the regular, you know, you're just doing the regular SpongeBob Patrick driving mission, yada yada yada. But then you can do the time challenge, and then you do the ring challenge, and then you do the even faster, like the time challenge, but it's like a quicker time. Game. I don't know if it's my recording software, like my OBS, or my game, but it feels like it's a little laggy. I also haven't played it in a minute, so I don't remember. I know it doesn't like play super smooth. I mean, you're not talking it's not going to be one of those crisp, you know, 4K 60 frames a second, you know. So we're going to take what we can get. I like how with we're going to go in here, I think, yeah. Oh. So the first time you play any of these levels, I think it's R. The first time you play any of these, just kind of play around, explore, experiment. I don't believe that you're timed in any of these. Now obviously there's some, like with this one you get a lot of freedom to just kind of drive around. You're not timed to do anything. Just don't die, don't get hit 3 times. But with some of the other, like obviously with the slide going downhill, like you can't turn around. So you know, with the driving levels you do have more freedom, but a lot of times you have extras. Oh, dang it. You have more freedom, and there's some extras in there. You might run into a chest. You never know, some sort of extra. A lot of times you'll get a chance to, you know, go different routes. I think luckily if you hit them on the side, it just bumps them. But if you hit them up front, I think it does take some damage. You can work for some of the manly points, PP points here. The boxes still count. I don't think you can't get any upgrades actually for your paddy wagon or slide. You know, there's nothing to do there. Let me get out of the way. Get out of the way there, because I believe there's an extra in here somewhere. There's a couple extras, and you can always look it up if you can't find it. You know, if you really need, you can look up a guide. I know some people are really like against guides, and I understand. Like, it's more fun. I feel like you get more satisfaction finding it yourself. I definitely relate with that. But also, like, if you want to get everything and don't want to miss it, like, don't let someone shame you. I've had instances like that where people are like, well, you know, I found mine without a guide, so I did it legit, I did it real. It's like, well, cool beans, man. It's like, don't, you know, just enjoy the game. That's the most important thing. You should always enjoy the game firstly, you know, first and foremost, before worrying about, you know, if you want to look them up first, and then maybe on your next playthrough, like, see if you can do it without. Oh, there we go. Oh, I was driving so fast that the turbo could not catch up to me. The Intio.
You've reached the edge of town.
See, so we can keep going to the next level, or there'll be I believe the second one's time challenge, then the ring challenge, then the expert or the macho time. I think they call it the macho time challenge. Well, actually, it doesn't give you an option. You have to go back 3,000 miles to Shell City. What do you guys want to do? I say that as if this is a stream. I'll go back because I do want to show that. I do want to show that off. Oh, we do have enough tokens. The bash move. Okay, that's weird. Maybe it was. I could have sworn that a lot of times when you go to start a new level, maybe it was because I got that extra one on the side. I don't know. Who knows? But a lot of times when you go to start a level and go to learn a new move, they'll be like, oh, you don't have enough tokens. So it like forces you to go back and get some extra ones from driving levels or some of the little side missions you can do in these. So we have that move already, but I'm going to show you some of these. I'll do the time challenge and the ring challenge for sure. Macho time challenge is just, it's just the same thing but faster. I've done them all. I've 100% of the game. It's not. There are some that are pretty difficult. Like later on, there's one where you're in the Shell City. That one's a little challenging. There's one where you're chasing, like the actual Goofy Goober guy, Mr. Goober. I forgot what if he has an actual name. If it's just the Goofy Goober or Mr. Goober. I probably look like such a fake fan, but I don't know, man. I might watch this. Maybe I'll watch the SpongeBob movie later. I've already seen it quite a bit. I've seen the SpongeBob movie more times than I can count. But I know that there was back in the day. I say back in the day. It makes me sound so old. This was like 4 years ago, 3-4 years ago. I'm gonna go this way and see, just to kind of show a little bit of everything so everyone can see. I probably lost a couple seconds on there. But it's fine. It's 4 minutes is really a lot of times the first time you do it on the first time you get on the time challenge is generally not that hard. It's more so just kind of okay, now I have to learn which way is faster. I need to try to see like what kind of shortcuts are there. Learn when to use the nitro. See, like you do that, boom, you cost yourself a solid second. You don't, and like, oh, 1 second might not be a big deal. Trust me, I've done runs on here where I was goofing off and goofing around, and 1 extra second would have won it for me. And I've even done it before where I've had actually multiple times where I've gotten across the finish line like on the exact time, and sometimes it will let me count it. Like for example, if I finish exactly 4 minutes. Like, well, did you beat it, or did you just, does that count as beating it, or did you just get, like, right on the time? And I've had instances where it counts. Sorry, yawn. And then I've had instances where it doesn't, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's the game, or if it's maybe the way, maybe it secretly counts down the milliseconds and it doesn't tell you. I don't know. I don't really know, but the moral of the story is don't let it come down to the last second. Every second counts. If you can, try to use boosts on ramps. Try to use them when you're, you know, trying to get like on straightaways, trying to get around the wrecking balls. I came in like a wrecking ball. Sorry, I had to do that. I didn't want to sing it legit because I can't, you know, can't give you guys all my. Can't pull out all the tools on the one video, man. Alright, let's see. This is pretty easy. Like I said, it's 4 minutes. We haven't even been taking shortcuts. We're going to finish a whole minute. Like, it's near impossible to not get this first one. It kind of does this, like, to give you a gimme, like a little extra. Like, we had a whole minute and 19 seconds. What the heck? What is that? What was that sound in the background? That game is getting weird, man. I guess that's what I get for playing on an emulator. Oh no, I said it. I'm playing on my PC. Well, that's why. So now we're doing the ring challenge. Yes, this is why when I was playing my playthrough, I named one of my videos Spongebob 64 because it reminds me of Superman 64, which I've never actually played. Even though I know some people say, oh, don't, you're not missing anything. But I have kind of wanted to play it just simply so I could see how bad it was. And that's what I know a lot of people that do that. Like, that's a big popular thing is the game is so trash. People will try to speed run it or, like, complete it. Oh, I barely got that one. So sometimes a good way, too, I really love how they structure it with the ring challenge. So you do your time challenge. It's pretty easy. But when you do your ring challenge, the rings will tell you where to go. It's not whichever way you want or whichever way is fastest. And so a lot of instances, like right there, if you didn't know that you could go through around that bulldozer, you'd be driving, you'd be doing the ring challenge, and you'd be like, what the heck? The rings want me to go through here. Well, then when the expert time challenge comes along, suddenly you know a shortcut you can take. And I think that's like kind of genius, actually. Oh, we had to take that one. So basically, if you go too many seconds without going through one of these, it turns red. It'll start flashing, and then next thing you know, you lose. So that's the whole gist. We shouldn't really have any. None of these are that hard to hit. Like, none of these have even turned red for me yet. This is the easiest ring challenge. Obviously, with this being the first driving level, all of these challenges in general are going to be the easiest. Even the macho challenges, not that bad, I don't think. Like, they could cut it down by a whole minute, and it's probably still pretty easy. Oh, see, he wants me to go this way. Okay. I was worried we were going to break our streak and the ring was going to turn red. The red ring of doom. Just like on everyone's Xbox 360. But yeah, really not that bad. Like, it's pretty chill, pretty easy. Okay, that actually boosted us into it. I'll take it. We don't have another one. Oh, we got hit in midair. I guess we can't get hit 2 more times or else we're cooked. Now let me see which way. Okay. Oh, is we gonna? Okay. Like, I couldn't remember because I was like, wait, is there gonna be one in the middle? Like, it's gonna want me to go left or right, so that's why I slowed down. Oh, okay. Yeah, stay out of the way of that one. No biggie so far. Pretty easy. There's a... Oh my gosh. Wrecking ball. Why is Miley Cyrus always costing us? But basically, when I do my video breaking down, like kind of reviewing and talking about the game some more, which by the way, easy. You get the last ring, cross the finish line, you're good. I'm not going to bother with the macho time because you've already seen this race 3 times now. Quit. Like how there's continue and quit. But yeah, the sound was like... Also, I like how it's like, are we inside the Krusty Krab or outside? No, quit. See, it doesn't give you an option. It's like continue or quit. Regardless of which one you pick, you will be doing it anyways. 3 minutes. So we beat it, last time, 2:41. Would have been easy. So you can definitely do that one again. There's no reason not to get all 3 of those, in addition to the first one that you're getting. All right, look at that. Look how I just punched it. That was smooth. Actually, did we not? Oh, we didn't. Okay. Yeah, we upgraded Star Spin and the Cartwheel. So the next one is going to be the Bash. We're going to upgrade the Bash. Bash. Oh, we got this guy. Okay, one enemy I am glad did not get copied over to... Oh, and he does take 2 hits, which is a little annoying sometimes, but we upgraded our P just in time. Look at this. You can iron punch somebody's butthole. Like, that's kind of cool, man. Like, they're going to get it right in the hole, man. God, that's going to hurt so freaking bad, man. Imagine doing that. Actually, don't imagine. It's probably too graphic. But you can use that. You can wait till it detonates, or if you just hit Y again, it can blow up. But that's actually... I find it to be quicker. You don't have to wait, because if guys are floating around spitting at you, they're trying to give you that hot tua, then, you don't want to wait for them to spit on you. They might try to spit on that thing, and you don't want them to. Cringe. Cringe. He mentioned Hawktua. Cringe. But no, for real, like, if guys are floating around, like, why wouldn't you just try to kill them earlier? Like, that makes sense. And a lot of times, too, it's funny if they float into other enemies, that helps. If enemies are, like, next to each other, obviously do that. It also helps in instances like that, where, like, these platforms are timed, so if you wait around for it to explode, then you're gonna be, you might not make it in time. So, like, I like to see, maybe he'll move. Well, no, he moved away. So you get, it's kind of cool, you get, basically, it's 1 hit instead of 2 hits. Yeah, they try to spit on you. I don't really know what they're spitting. It's kind of gross. And they make a weird noise. It's like some kind of stomach acid, it looks like, I guess. Kind of weird. Not really into that, but oh well. Different strokes for different folks. I can't reach it. I like how so for the longest time, I could never figure out what these things were. I was like, are these like little green enemies? I was like, what is in these? And I realized it's just balloons with a box on them. It's that simple. That's all it is. I was like, maybe it's some kind of enemy, like some kind of weird alien or like sea creature that I can't see what it is. It's like it's a little orb. You know, it's just a green balloon. That's all it is. Silly me. Hey, though, the more you know. But I like how they designed a lot of these levels. I think it's creative and interesting. I guess what I could talk about is like if it got a remake, like what I would want to see different, or what I would want to be the same, what I'd want to be different. Honestly, I really like what they did with Rehydrated. I can't really complain. I think they did a good balance of like if you play that game and you are like, hey, this is the new one, this is the best looking one, it's the definitive, it's the only one I'm going to play from now on. Awesome, cool. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think anyone's going to give you shade. If you're like, hey, you know, cool, this one's fun, I like it, because it's not a bad game, it's really good, but you're like, I'd rather just play the original. Again, you know, it's like, okay, cool. It's okay to just respect and appreciate the fact that they remade it and they brought it back so that more people can play it. Or you can play both. I like both. I can play the original. To me, they are interchangeable. I don't think one is better than the other, and that's not a bad thing. You know, I think there's different experiences, and you know, like, okay, well, the new one, a lot of it looks better. It's a kind of a bright, and so some aspects that I think necessarily weren't meant to be like that, like maybe Rock Bottom is a little too oversaturated. Kelp Forest freaking sucks. I'll stand by that. I hate Kelp Forest. I don't like Kelp Forest in the original. I don't like Kelp Forest in the new one. So luckily, I don't know if I really have any areas like that in this game. I don't know if I despise any levels in this game as much as I despise Kelp Forest. Like, I really cannot stand Kelp Forest. But, oh gosh, he's got a little, is that like a drum on there? We got the rednecks are out, man. The rednecks. I feel like I'm playing GTA and I'm in like Blaine County. I think that's what it's called. Where it's like all the crazy weirdo rednecks. Which, if you're a redneck watching this, I'm sorry. You're not a crazy weirdo, but, you know, you also could be. You never know. You might have to look into it. We are going to come back for that. There's going to be platforms later. Because we'll have to go in there where that big rock is. And then we'll go there. That's actually a Spongebob little mission, which I want to show off, so that'll be fun. And look at those guys. It's the guys from I like how they're just in the middle of nowhere, just kind of standing there randomly. The guys that would be like, mustard or ketchup? Mustard or ketchup? I didn't get that when I was a kid, but I thought it was so funny. I was like, I don't understand this. I don't know why it's funny, but it is. But that was just SpongeBob for me, man. It didn't have to really be funny. Playing this after a big ol' Sunday meal, man, I want to just take a nap, but I'm like, no, I want to play some. I also wanted to play some I talked about Battle for Bikini Bottom. I hope I don't make people mad because I'm referencing that one a lot. Like, you're supposed to be talking about the movie game, not Battle for Bikini Bottom. Look, I'm using it as comparison because it got a remake, and I legitimately don't know. Like, I guess that's a remake of the Spongebob movie game would look similar. Like, I could be talking about this, and we could never get a remake of the game. I don't know, mainly just because it's a movie title. Like, I'm sure might be extra legal things that are, like, I'm not a legal person. I don't know anything about that. I don't know how realistic it is. I mainly just watch other videos on YouTube. If you're wanting, like, how realistic is it? Are we ever going to get it? Is it coming soon? If you're wanting something like that, this is not that video. Hopefully, you know, like 30 plus minutes into the video, you've figured that out. But if you haven't, oh well, you might as well subscribe while you're here. Which everyone is welcome to subscribe, by the way. Everyone should do that. That would be really nice. Okay, I get a chest just for destroying all those guys. Fun. We get more the bungee jumping returns. But also in this game, it's not so much just jumping into one spot. It's I think a lot of them are like targets. Like, I know that's obviously what this one is. Oh, you don't want to get hit by the smoke. There we go. All right, just go, just power through. Oh, you win. That's basically what it is. And then you got a little box. You can teleport back, just like that. We got another Goofy Goober token, obviously replacing the golden spatulas. But yeah, there is no sort of secondary collectible in here, which is odd. Like, I know I was talking crap about it earlier. Like, this game does the, instead of, you know, not doing any sort of extra, this game does the treasure chest. That's awesome. That's cool. But it also gives that up because it doesn't have a, oh, oh, you gotta hit the button again? Oh, that's weird. Why wouldn't they just leave them out? This game stinks. I don't understand the logic. But having the secondary collectible not be here is a little weird because I just like collecting things, and you know I feel like that's kind of what the SpongeBob games, especially these early 2000s ones, were collectathons. But I can see how this one is based off the movie. It's more of getting A to B. You're collecting things along the way, like you're using that as a means to get to another goal. You know, stopping plankton and getting through the end of the level. So I get that. It's more A to B, whereas like, oh yes, SpongeBall, Sponge Roll. These are so good. The music is fun. The background is kind of crazy. There's a couple spots. I don't know if they're in the SpongeBall. I know there's in one or two of them with Patrick, where the platforming levels, where the background gets all trippy and crazy, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? And as a kid, like, that always messed me up. Alright. Oh, gotta wait. Yeah, these are fun. That was one of my favorite things, was doing the sponge ball in Battle for Bikini Bottom. So I love that they brought it back, and then they actually built like whole courses and tracks around it. I think it's cool. So I'm a big fan. Consider me a fan. This one's really easy. They have ones later that are like kind of actually, oh, I say they're easy. Oh, you want to kind of time that where you can just run all the way through it. I got lucky because I kind of went around it. So yeah, that would have been funny. I like how there's just a random floating lamp. That one's not very long. That one's really short, simple, easy. Outside of that last obstacle, there's really nothing that should kill you. But some of the ones later on get pretty fun, get pretty hectic and crazy. There's ones where you're like rolling around different platforms, you know, lots of fun, cool stuff. Lots of just stuff. Oh my gosh, it's gonna make me come all the way back here with these nincompoops. Like I hit two of them in one. That's what the explosions will do for you. All right, let's get over here. So yeah, we're pretty much almost done to this level. I would like, so I guess coming back to my point that I should have made a while ago, if the game did get remade, if it got, I don't know, it's just hard to say. It's hard to see, like, kind of predict what it would look like. I think they could do it pretty much the same way. I don't think it would have to be that different. Also, there's a purple up there I just won't be able to get. I think it's like a 50 or 20 or whatever the biggest number is. I'm about to get another upgrade. Might upgrade my health or just my regular attack. Who knows? But I think I like the style that they did the rehydrated in. It definitely fits the kind of newer SpongeBob vibe. The only problem with that is that I don't think, like, those newer SpongeBob movies and newer SpongeBob episodes, like, you can tell that's new SpongeBob, whereas old SpongeBob, like OG SpongeBob, had that, like, just weird out there feel to it, like it was edgier. Yeah, let's go and upgrade the health. We don't want to die, man. 4 Krabby Patties, replacing the underwear, obviously. So, you know, you can upgrade it 3 times, moving it from, you know, 3 to 4 to 5 to 6. Oh, here's one. Oh, Patrick is up there, and he fell. This one, the floating block challenge, yes. So I do need to show this one to you. It helps that they have them in the same level, pretty close to each other. There we go. This is the one, yeah, I think it's up here when you get to those disappearing blocks. This one is timed, so you can't just chill forever. It's mostly pretty easy until you get to, like, blocks that rotate. It kind of gives me almost Super Mario Sunshine, like the Floodless level vibes, which I think is why I really like it. Except it's more so just relying on bare, like, platform ability, which I guess honestly is kind of the same thing that Mario Sunshine did, because it took away your flood, so you couldn't use anything. Oh. These aren't too bad. Sometimes they just have weird little moving patterns that you gotta pay attention to. These are alright. These, if you stand on this one that's like spins, Patrick just gets really dizzy. It would be different if it like kind of the momentum, like if it made your jump go off in a different direction, that'd be kind of wild. But from what I can tell, it doesn't. Like your jump doesn't go quite as far, but it's not like it's making it worse. Yeah, see, pretty easy so far. I can mostly just breeze through here. There's not any of them that are really terrible. Oh gosh, I wasn't sure if I was going to get an extra jump there. This is the part where it starts to get really hectic. Look, it's like in a spinning block. It really wants to trip you up. It's like, man, you're floating because you took some bad LSD, man. Something was in that shroom that you ate. And it doesn't go away until you get on this platform and get the token. It really wants to distract you. And it does a good job when you're... But now it's like, it doesn't bother me any. I just don't think about it or look at it. But I'm sure to some people, it's like, that's probably super annoying. Alright, so yeah, I think I'm probably just going to... What do I have left? I was coming this way. Okay. I think I'm probably just going to finish the level and then call it good, which, you know, fair enough, because I don't have a whole lot more to do. We're in another battle arena. Not like the one we did earlier with the different waves, but, you know, similar. If it came back, the style, I don't know if the new style would really fit. Maybe just because it's not that edgy feeling. Maybe that's weird for me to say. You know, obviously I would take it back in any capacity, and if they take it back, I'm obviously going to buy it. I think it'd be fun to see. I think, you know, as long as they keep the move sets the same. I want it to be kind of like what they did with Rehydrated, like almost just that same treatment. Like make it pretty much the same game. Just make it look. Oh gosh, way to go, dude! I got combo moved. I want it to feel like it's kind of the same game, just look a little newer and better. And maybe just some small quality of life things. You know, upgrade a few textures, make things look a little bit nicer, a little bit brighter. Not every area. Maybe control a little bit smoother, a little bit tighter. You can change into Patrick here, although I don't know for what reason, because you can't do anything with Patrick here. It's just like they give you the option, but you know, you don't really have to. I was trying to see if they would connect, and because I was going to show you my trick about getting them all three to hit each other, but we got two. So this blows up. That's the end of the level, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I thought he was going to say victory screech. Whoa, rub-a-dub-dub, slip slide in the okay, fine. Fine, they roped me in. I'll do one more because this one, you know. I did a driving mission, so I can do a sliding mission. Yeah, I know. So you can, another thing too is, I think you can go a tad bit, you can go a tiny bit faster if you hold forward, but I don't think your jumps go as far, and your movements are like it's a lower arc on your jumps, where you might get more distance, but you're not going to be in the air as long, so you don't have much time to react. So if you're jumping over those little smoke things, and you're holding forward, you definitely have to jump twice or you're not going to clear it. Let's see what else. Also, yeah, your movements are going to be more extreme. If you're holding forward and you're on left and right, like, you're going to kind of veer more, whereas obviously if you're not holding forward, then look, you can do cooler things like that. If you're going around some of those, like the big areas where you're spinning in circles and going kind of around, you definitely probably want to hug. Actually, we're going to jump off. We're going to not go quite there yet. Where is it? Did I cut too far ahead? Yeah, okay, so there we go. No, did I? Okay, we kind of messed it up. There's a couple treasure chests that you can get. I always just double jump just anyways to be safe. There's a couple treasure chests you can get in this level, and most of them require doing funny stuff, like you got to go around in circles again. You got to see, like earlier we couldn't go here because this is pointed up. Well, now we can, so we can jump up here. So I recommend doing that. Just jump down, go in a circle like I did. If you don't care about extras, then you have no reason to do that, and you're just wasting time. But a lot of them aren't too bad. Like a lot of them, you don't really even have to go that far out of the way. But yeah, it kind of controls pretty easily. It's pretty much just like the sliding levels in Battle for Bikini Bottom. Nothing crazy. We just set off a domino effect, and suddenly they all fall in a row with the boards there too. You know, so it's lovely how things work out. Watch out for the spots where the black spots are. That kind of tells you where those things are going to fall. If you know where they're going to fall, they're not hard at all. You should never get hit by those things at all. If the game... Sorry, I know I keep getting distracted. I guess that's what the rants are for, so I don't have to organize my thought as much. So I talked about how it looks. The gameplay, I know I'm not a huge expert on it. I don't really need anything crazy different. You know, and it's not, I don't find that it's a super glitchy game anyways. As far as, I guess it would be more of changing content. I wouldn't want content changed, but I want just a little bit of added content. I'm not asking them to throw in a bunch of crazy stuff. Maybe throw in some new extras. Like, it'd be fun if they threw in a couple extra treasure chests, like, you know, in a couple extra like different spots that made you kind of look around. That way you're like, oh, like that wasn't in the original. Because I wish there was more of that Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. More of like, hey, we are rewarding these players. Obviously, if you played the game, the original, you know what's going on. But here's something extra that wasn't in it. So it's like, it's keeping it fresh to still reward you guys, you know, for choosing to play it again. When you could have just been like, oh, I've got the original. I don't need the new one. You know, because there are some people that do that. So this one, you can go in circles if you want to, but you end up just going in circles. So jump over here to this platform. There we go. This one, there's one more chest over here, but you kind of have to start taking some crazy jumps. Definitely want to use the double jump, and definitely want to, oh, I think I did not. It's probably a good thing I died. I didn't do that one right. That one, I would definitely suggest taking the more inside track if you're trying to beat a time challenge. But if you want the treasure chest, there's one out here. I'm going to try to go a little wider. Let me see if I can go this way. Yeah, because they kind of... Oh, okay. You know, I know I said the game wasn't that glitchy. I take it back. There are some glitches. Just some. Just like one or two. Nothing major. But no, legitimately, it's a good game. It's just, you know, it was, you know, a 2000s game. It wasn't perfect. I mean, it was made for the GameCube, Xbox, PS2, so what do you expect? We're going to see if we can... Some of these, yeah, you really have to, like, wait till the last minute to jump. And you have to... The other important thing, too, is you have to space out your jumps. Did I miss that? Did I not? Maybe... I think I missed it, but I think we're supposed to come back to it. There's got to be something. Maybe I'm crazy and you don't get it on this go round. You gotta. Maybe you come back to it here. Oh yeah, I think it's up here. Maybe. Okay, that's what it is. Okay. Ta-da. So yeah, you technically the first go around, you don't even need to jump all those crazy platforms. Oh, Dusty. Okay, so now when we go around... Okay, so now we'll have to do something different when we go around. So obviously don't take this path if you're trying to beat a time trial. Yeah, so you just... Okay, you don't even do anything different. You just stay on the path you're on. All towers destroyed. Boom. Done. You get there at the end. There we go. Sorry I didn't talk much about what I'd actually want to see in a new game. I got distracted by this one. I mean, just extra content. I know that the problem was the extra content that they threw in Rehydrated wasn't that good because it was just the Robo Squidward like multiplayer fight, and it was kind of lame. So like some kind of multiplayer would be fun if they could do it in here, but I don't know how. Maybe making it co-op. I mean, that might be asking for too much. I'd be fine with how it is. Just an updated like remake. That would be perfectly fine. whatever they add is bonus, it's extra, it's stuff we didn't get. And with Rehydrate, I know a lot of people dog on the multiplayer. I mean, yeah, it was pretty trash. But, I mean, it doesn't take away from the single player. Like, it's not, oh my gosh, now I can't play the single player. You just, if you don't like it, you just choose not to do it. So, you know. Also, I totally skipped over it, but I love how the attack is just, they call it the smash, but in the text it's the smash, like the dolphin. See, it's just called smash, but, oh yeah, we don't have enough to upgrade it, but I'm probably going to call it there. I mean, I played a couple levels. I played through, like, gosh, probably the whole, like, first 25% of the game, maybe, you know, outside of, like, these couple, because if there's, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, so, yeah, it was, yeah, I already played through a good chunk of the game, but then again, I've been playing for almost an hour. So I'll go ahead and say it. But I do want to say thank you guys to anyone that tuned in. Like I said, I know this was really all over the place. Oh, yeah, already 19% of the way done. So, yeah, about a fifth of the way done. But I know this is really unorganized. It's kind of ranty. Not a lot of edits in here. Just apparently a lot of talking by Spongebob and Patrick, too. But thank you guys to anyone that watched. I appreciate it so much. Like I said, if you made it all the way to the end of this video, why don't you comment, arg, 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 and then I will shout you out if you do that and you comment arg, 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 like Mr. Krabs. Then you'll get a special shout out when I actually do my review of, where is it? A review of why I think this game should get a remake. And it will be more organized, not all over the place, actually giving, you know, reasons why I think it should. And, you know, yeah, okay, yes, maybe a couple reasons why it shouldn't. And I'll do some more research as to, you know, maybe why it won't happen or how it could happen. I don't know. But, yeah, that's basically going to be it. So, thank you guys so much. Y'all are awesome peoples. Love you. I love my viewers. They're so good, so nice. And this is where I should probably stop. Bye-bye.